Marion Edelman said, "You really can change the world if you care enough." With this motivation and thought and idea, I'm going to present two different ideas that we have worked on in the past couple of years. Take your attention to this wheelchair on your left. My student Mike, thank you Mike, he is driving that wheelchair just using his face. The Access Move, our idea, which is US patent pending, it tracks the facial gestures. It tracks the eyes. It tracks everything on your face, and we convert those to signals that could be used to drive a wheelchair. For example, you see right now, he's not pressing any key on the keyboard. The program is just tracking his face. Imagine a person with disability, a veteran with disability, any individual with motor impairment. What's the best thing we can do for them is provide them independence and mobility. A wheelchair like this can do that. We can give them the power of internet. We can bring the entire globe to them, and they can surf the entire internet just by using their face and their head gestures. We can also provide employment by using Access Move. Access Move enables any individual to access, control, do everything they want with a computer without using their hands. And you already saw the demo. So if a person has motor impairment, Access Move works. Does Access Move works for anyone else? Well, if you have played games, Counter-Strike, Halo, this can work as a third hand, a third input. Imagine you play a game and you do a shake and the map loads without you actually leaving the joystick or the controller. Right? So it can actually help and be used by any individual there is. And that's Access Move, our first idea. Again, we have filed for US patent, waiting for the decision. Language. This is the second work, and the title of the work is Let's Talk. That's what we are doing today. Language, the job of language is to enable communication, but it could be a barrier. We live in a multicultural, multilingual society. What if I don't understand that language? I cannot talk to a person we had a speaker from France. Can I talk to them in French? Well, I can't, because the English is the only language I can speak. We have a prototype, Let's Talk, in which you can call a person, talk in English, and that person will hear your voice in Spanish, or whichever language of their choice. At present, as you can see, the languages we support is Polish, German, Italian, Russian, and Japanese. More to come, a lot of work, working through it, needing more research support, and more collaborations. Another thing we are working on is American Sign Language, ASL. As you can see, my amazing student beneath is actually translating it in real time. There's a GIF there, which is translating the sign language to text. I know. Yes. It's translating into signs. We actually recorded it 12 p.m. today, and sorry, Hannah, I gave you a hard time for slides. So we were trying to record this GIF so I can demonstrate to you it actually works in real time. Applications are endless. What I would request, next slide, please. All right, so again, coming back to the theme of let's change the world, or idea can change the world, we care enough. If you're a collaborator, if you're a researcher, if you're an investor, you work in healthcare, or you're a government agency that's working towards accessibility, let's talk. If you're not looking at it, it stops. And Mike, happy to show you.
Something really simple.
Yeah.
Okay, stop looking at it.
Yeah. Essentially, it can be tuned towards an individual's capabilities. For example, if your head movement is just this much, it will tune itself to your movement. If you can do a lot of it, it will tune it to that movement. So it's customizable to every person's individual's need.
Can it go beyond like the application you have there with the wheelchair, like so that could be with stair lifts and like, reclining and inclining your bed or things like that? Like
excellent question, Lori. This is a proof of concept. What we're trying to demonstrate here, it works.
Yep.
And we presented this work at Global Humanitarian Conference in Villanova University last month. It works. Now we can take this idea and apply it to any use case we have. Of course, we need resources, we need funding, we need support, we need collaborations, but it works.